Hi, welcome back to EducateTube.com. My name is Sipsky, your host. Last time I talked about 5 top reasons why you should keep your Sony A5000. Now I have 3 more top reasons why you should keep it even more. In fact, this top 3 reason is actually even better than the 5 reasons I had before. Let me go through the 3 top reasons. Number 1, no overheating. That's right, you heard me right. Sony A5000 does not overheat. I check online everything, very few people talk about this, but the one other advantage that Sony A5000 have over A5100, the one I used to own, I actually sold out because it overheat after 20 minutes, and the A6000, you know, even if you check around, people saying their A6000 is actually overheated, as well as the I believe the NEX 7 or 6 also overheats. But you know, I test on the Sony A5000, 2 of them actually. The one I'm still recording right now is the Sony A5000, and this is also a Sony A5000. It's a keeper. No overheating. Now, how do I know that? Well, I test both of these cameras, and I was doing continuous recording, video recording, 1080p, 24 frames per second, for 2 hours and 20 minutes at least. Okay, between 2 hours and 20 minutes and 2 hours and 30 minutes. Continuous recording, and it did not overheat. That's right. I mean, one of the camera actually showed this overheating signal, but the battery actually ran out before it actually overheats. So if I kept going with a new battery, maybe it will probably continue another 20 minutes. But at least we know that it can record 2.5 hour continuous recording. Okay, so that's number one of the reasons. What about the second one? Well, I already gave you a little hint. How did I record 2.5 hours continuously on a Sony A5000? Yeah, you could do that. You remember these digital camera, there's a limitation, except for I know Panasonic GH4, GH3. For some reason, I think due to their making it into a video camera instead of a digital camera, they were able to record more than 30 minutes. All the Canon, the Nikon, even the Sony digital camera, whether it's mirrorless or DSLR, actually has a 30-minute limit and it will stop recording. Well, this one and other as well, you can record more than 30 minutes. In fact, 13 hours. So yes, so with a mod, okay, next time I'll talk about it, how I'm gonna show you, you can actually make this camera, the mirrorless camera, Sony A5000, so you can record it for more than 13 hours. There is no 30-minute limit anymore. That is the second reason. Okay, now you could do this Dutch for A5000, of course. You can do it for A5100 or 6300. I tried on my A6300, it works pretty good. The A6000 also should work as well, and I haven't tried the other ones. I wouldn't try it on A7R2 or A7S2, you know, because it's a very expensive camera. You don't want to damage those cameras. But on the A5000, I took a lot of risks, but I did it on 2 of the camera and not a problem. Alright, so A5000, second reason, no recording limits using the special mod, a software mod. There was a guy by the name of Mark1Co, MA1CO, some user hacker was able to bypass the software and able to deactivate the 30-minute limits. Now you have a 13 hours limit. Now again, of course you can't record 13 hours obviously, because if you're running on a single battery, you need you know, one of those external battery that connects to the AC adapter or something outlet. Okay, on a single battery it can record 2.5 hours non-stop. All right, so that's the second reason. What about the third reason? Well, the third reason, as you can see right here, there it is. The third reason why you can still keep your Sony A5000. Remember last time I told you about it's all about the lens as well? Half the time it's not just the camera, it's the lens. Well, the Sony A5000, you can actually mount an mount lens onto the A5000. Now all you need is a special adapter, the Sony adapter called the E to A mount adapter. This is the LA-EA 4 version of adapter, Sony adapter, and basically you virtually can put any Sony A mount lens onto this E mount camera. So I have now access to Minolta. I don't know if you've heard of Minolta, a lens that now was bought over by Sony. All these lenses are so cheap now. You can get, you know, an autofocus. I got one 2880 millimeter lens autofocus Minolta for under 50 bucks. That's right. You know, that would have, you know, if it's Sony brand, it would have cost over 200 bucks, right? So amazing. So you can put so many lenses in here now on an a5000, and it works great. Let me show you. See? So here I hooked up to my monitor. As you can see, it works perfectly. It can, I mean, autofocus is relatively fast. I mean, compared to the E mount, of course, it's not as great, but I know for you know, quick shot, you know, relative quick shot, it does a pretty good job. Look at that. Whoa. You can hear that, right? Wow. Cool. That's the top reason. Let me go over that again. Number 1, no overheating. Number 2, with a special mod, you can have over 2.5 hours of recording if you have a special external adapter over 13 hours. Number 3, you can mount a special adapter, the LA-EA 1, 2, 3, or 4 adapter from Sony, and put in an A-mount lens, very cheap lens that, you know, you can find around on Kijiji, or you can find on Craigslist or eBay, whatever it is, for like 1/10 of a price of a Sony, Nikon, and Canon. For example, if you buy a Sigma A-mount lens, or the Tamron, or even the Minolta, right? For like, you know, 50 bucks or less, and autofocus too. I'm not talking about manual focus, autofocus. And that is my top 3 reason why I keep my a5000. If you know, if there was a lot of a5000 around, I'll probably buy tons of them because they're so cheap. For a couple $100, you can buy a5000. Now, I think a lot of people know about this now. Now you know why a5000 is never sold on, you know, Kijiji or Craigslist for less than 200 bucks. Is because it's worth more than 200 bucks. It's worth, I would say, if I have to put a price on it, at least 300 bucks because of its capabilities. Thanks for watching. EducateTube.com.